What's up, everyone? Welcome to differentbrains.com. I'm your host, Mike Nickas, and you're watching The Week in Neurodiversity. To kick things off, Julia, the first Muppet with autism, has officially made her Sesame Street debut, and the portrayal has experts and parents in awe.
A 4-year-old redhead named Julia.
Julia?
Big Bird introduced himself,
Julia's just concentrating on her painting right now.
and when she didn't respond, it became a teaching moment.
I love the way the paint squishes in my fingers. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Julia. I know you don't like the way it feels.
And that's why a paintbrush works for you. There's lots of ways to paint.
They spent hundreds of hours talking to professionals, to educators, to parents, to children with autism, to get information to help them develop the character of Julia. Every child is different.
Next up, a 61-year-old man has found golf to be a helpful activity for his Parkinson's.
Hip-hop, biking, boxing, nothing really changed until I started golfing.
Golf involves a very precise balance between mobility and stability and a combination of fine motor skills and gross motor skills, and using those in a complex manner would certainly benefit brain function.
Dr. Martha McGraw says in general, exercise not only helps people with Parkinson's, but reduces your risk for it. It helps the brain to repair and rebuild damaged networks. It improves your brain's ability to adapt, and it protects against further damage.
Next thing I knew, within a month, I was feeling back to normal.
An Alabama news series covers the different ways to protect a loved one with Alzheimer's.
It's important to put a plan in place to prevent your loved one from wandering without warning.
Child-proof knobs to go on the door makes it a little more difficult. You put bells on the door so you realize when the door is open. You can also kind of camouflage the doorknob to make it match the color of the door.
As caregivers, warn your neighbors about your family members' or friends' condition.
Whether you know them or not, it's time to meet them. Let them know what the situation is. Give them your contact information. Let them know what your loved one looks like.
CBS Minnesota's Relationship Reboot discusses ways to handle depression in relationships.
Right, so this is about validating their feelings, right? So it's important to just listen to them, don't argue, don't say, well, it can't be that bad, or why are you looking at things so negatively? Just listen, because then that gives them a chance to sort of share how they are with you, and that's a really important part of kind of having them feel connected to you in the relationship, even if you're really miles apart in terms of you feeling pretty okay and them feeling really depressed.
And finally, let's go over to South Dakota, where a student with Down syndrome was voted Prom Queen.
Prom night was a dream come true for one Douglas High School student.
I'm happy.
Katie Howe, a senior who has Down syndrome, got the surprise of her life when her classmates voted her Prom Queen.
It was a surprise just to be put on the court. But when she got crowned, I was happy, and then the tears just started flowing.
Howe says ever since prom, Katie has been on top of the world.
Different Brains is excited to be a sponsor for the upcoming Autism Innovations and Global Impact Conference hosted by Els for Autism. It's taking place April 28th and 29th in Jupiter, Florida, and has an amazing lineup, so check out their website for more information. And while you're here at differentbrains.com, be sure to check out some of our other content, such as Exploring Different Brains with Dr. Hacky Reitman and the Spectrumly Speaking podcast hosted by Becca Laurie and Dr. Lauren Gerber. That wraps it up for this episode. Which story caught your eye the most? Be sure to let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember, you keep advocating, and we'll keep bringing the news.